Bonjour tout le monde. It's very hot out here. So I'm going to be tuning into you, giving myself a little bit of a spritz here and there. My name is Sabre, for those of you who don't know me yet, tuning into you from the beautiful Paris in France. And I'm actually an American expat. And I moved here to Europe 2.5 years because it was my full fuck yes dream life. And I really did this because I learned the skill set of affiliate marketing, digital marketing, high ticket sales, and I plugged into a community and a platform that literally showed me all the ropes and gave me the pathway to fucking do it. And I've been here for almost 7 years, and I have just connected with another leader in this community, so I'm going to be bringing her on for a juicy chat today. She's actually all the way from New Zealand. And we're very different types of women. And what I love about this kind of conversation is you get to actually see that even if you found me in the online space and maybe you see how I share my lifestyle and my expression, you're like, well, I don't know if I can make money online because I'm not Sabre, right? Or I'm not whoever you're comparing yourself to on the internet. My goal is to actually bring on different women from different walks of life. We all just want to live a full yes life. We all just want to take our power back, especially as women, okay? And when it comes to us making our own money and really allowing ourselves to create that security, because money matters, women become very dangerous. And it doesn't actually matter, and I'm talking about in a good way, okay? It doesn't actually matter where in the world that you're from or your current circumstances or what you've gone through. I just desire to bring on more and more incredible women to show you that it's really a matter of just decision and learning these skill sets and banding together, and we're here for it. So I'm going to bring on Mould. This woman has been an online entrepreneur for 11 years, yo. This woman has gone from corporate to MLM, traditional network marketing models, to coming into this space and completely expanding in a way that, honestly, I'm just excited to hear her story alongside you all, because I know for me, I used to look at the online space and thought that I had to be somebody else's brand. I thought that I had to be really technologically savvy. I thought that I had to do a lot of these things that actually I realized I did not need to do. And I know that she's going to have something really powerful she can actually share with all of you from someone who's been in this space, in the online space, for 11 years. She actually lives once a week out of the month in Bali, Indonesia. So she lives in New Zealand and has the freedom to do that just because she can, just because that was her fuck yes vision. And so we're going to just have a powerful, juicy conversation. If you actually want to learn about what we do, just drop masterclass in the comments or reach out to whoever's page you're watching this on. We'll make sure to get you an actual training that actually breaks down what we do. We're just going to have a conversation on really the identity of what really brought us here and kind of debunk some of the myths about what this industry is and what we actually do. All right, my dear, I'm going to bring you on. This is my ritual. Yay!
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, evening. I love your pink microphone.
Oh my God, I'm a little bit obsessed by it. I kept seeing everyone else with them, and I was like, my brand is hot pink, and I get to have one too.
That's so cute. I love it. Thank you so much for
Oh,
being available in this bright, early sunshine time of yours. My
thank
goodness.
you. It is 5 a.m., and I am like, fuck yes, ready to go.
I know. I was just telling another woman, I was like, I'm going to do a masterclass around the 12th of August, and I'm going to stay up really late for it in Europe because I know there's people who really need to know what it
Mhm.
is that we do all the way on both sides of the world. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I got to live this life. I get to live this life.
Mhm.
I'm just it's just about service for me. So
Yeah, I get it. I get it, babe. I'm so happy that we connected. And when we were thinking of a time to make this work, I was like, well, I'm an early bird and you're a night owl, and we both have, we both, obviously you're American. I literally build my business. My business is full of Americans. And so I was like, this is the perfect time of day. They'll be finishing work. They can check this out. They can have a listen, and boom.
I love that. So good. Well, I'm excited for everybody to hear your story, and I'm excited to hear your story really because being somebody that comes from the background that you do, I think that you've looked under the hood at the network marketing industry, the MLM industry, in a way that a lot of people have not. So then when they take a
Mm-hmm.
look at what we do, they can sometimes make these assumptions that what it isn't. But you actually had the experience in traditional network marketing and like came into the
Yeah.
space, had a whole different trajectory. So I would love to know just, yeah, take us a little bit back on
Mm-hmm.
where you were before you really found this space. Like, what did your life really look like? And what was that line in the sand moment for you that you were like, well, actually, this is not it?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So 11 years ago, my life looked nothing like this, right? I was a corporate executive, I had a job. I freaking loved it. Like, I am not one of those stories that was like, I hated what I did. And I have beautiful women in my inbox every day, and they're like, but like, I love what I do, like I don't want to leave that. And I'm like, oh my God, I definitely didn't like find this and like resign the next day and burn my life down, right? Like, absolutely not. I had a 3-year-old, my son's 14 now, he was 3 at the time. And honestly, for me, my vision was always to be a general manager. Like, that's all I wanted to do. My dad was a businessman. I used to, you know, drop him to the airport with my mum and pick him up, and I'd carry his briefcase through the airport because I just wanted to be like dad. And then I realized, oh my God, I am like my dad. I have this amazing like role and hundreds of staff, and I was always on, and my life looked like all I did was work. And come the weekend, I just wanted to rest and do nothing because I was spent, right? Like, the people that I worked with got all of me, and the people that I loved got honestly the worst of me, like the stressed, tired, freaking version of me. And
Mm.
unfortunately, or fortunately, and this is going to sound a little bit weird when I share what it is, but unfortunately, 14 years ago, like 10 days after my son was born, my beautiful brother died of leukemia.
Mm.
And and he wasn't meant to die. It was like very, very quick. And 2 months before he passed, when he didn't have the terminal diagnosis, he begged me to go back to New Zealand. So I live in Australia now, but he begged me to go back to New Zealand to have his birthday with him. And I didn't go because of work and KPIs and, the world that I worked in, as so much of the corporate world is, it was very male dominated, and I was the only female general manager. And, one of those guys would have stepped on my freaking head for my job because I had the highest performing region, right? And I lied to my brother. I was pregnant, and I said, I lied, and I said I couldn't go back because my doctor had said I couldn't fly so close to the birth, which I only admitted this the other night on our Wealth Shift Masterclass. And I'm not going to cry today because I've just done my makeup, so I'm not going to. But when he passed, but before he passed, like in the years before he got sick, he was my best friend, and he used to say to me, "You work too much."
Mm.
And I was always in my head like, just like, you've got no idea. Like, yes, he had a job and a career, but in my mind, with my corporate ego, I was like, well, you just don't have a big job like me, and this is just what life has to look like, and blah 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 blah. And when he died in that next year, I was like, fuck, I work too much. And like, I was 39 at the time, and I was like, is this really what I want the rest of my life to look like? And
Yeah.
it wasn't. And here's the thing, right? And I don't know about you, Sabre, but I didn't even know about the online space. I didn't even have a Facebook account. In fact, I remember one day being at work with all my work besties, and they were all talking about this thing. And I was like, how? What? I didn't see that in the group chat. And they were like, yeah, because you're not on Facebook. Like, Facebook, I was like, what the fuck? Like, what? Okay. And anyway, so fortunately for me, somebody that knew me really well was like, I'm doing this thing and you should do it too. And I know you love your corporate job, but I also know you hate it. And like, I'm giving you this opportunity to look at. And I looked at it, and I looked at it with very like cynical eyes. And
Mm.
I looked at the numbers because I'm a numbers girl from corporate, and I did my due diligence because that's what I used to do for other companies that my company wanted to buy. And I looked under the hood, as you said, and I looked at these numbers, And I was like, oh my goodness, I could literally out earn my corporate income here. And I didn't have a Facebook account, you guys. I did not, like, I didn't have a Facebook account. I'd never done a video like this. Like, and by the way, you see Sabre and I here, and maybe you think, well, I couldn't do what you guys do. Well, if I went back and found and I would, but I lost my Facebook account years ago. So I don't have that first original video, thank goodness, but it didn't look like this, right? Like, I was like, okay. And Richard Branson said this so well, right? If an amazing opportunity, drops in your lap but you don't know how to do it yet, you say yes and you learn how to do it later. And I was like, okay, Richard Branson, I didn't know how to lead people before. I didn't know how to manage budgets before. I didn't know how to do all these things before. I didn't know how to be a mum before I was a mum. And I learned all of those things. And I thought, you know what? I'm pretty sure that I can transfer all of that, all of my skill, all of my tenacity, my discipline, my drive, etc., to something new and build it for myself. And from day one, I didn't know if it would work. Like, I don't know about you, Sabre, but I don't have a crystal ball. I mean, fuck, I would love to have
I
a
do
crystal
have a
ball,
crystal
right?
ball.
You do? Of course you do. But does it see the future, right? And this is the thing, guys. Like, none of us can see the future. But I just knew inside of me that if I succeeded in that world, I could succeed at anything, and I could learn new skills, and I could do hard things. And so I spent 9 years in low cost network marketing. Most of us probably buy products from a network marketing company, and we might not even realize whether it's, and this is not one, but you might buy a lipstick from a network marketing company, you might buy shakes, you might buy whatever. And I did that for 9 years, and I was hugely successful. 2 years in, I was about to resign from that corporate world, and then they made me redundant. And in that meeting with my boss, when she slid the papers over the table to me, and I knew what they were because I'd made 100 people redundant in the previous year for that same company that then was making me redundant. And so I knew what those papers were, and I started crying. And she thought I was crying because I was devastated. And actually, I was crying because I was like, thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Like, I cannot believe next week I was going to resign. And now they literally paid me 5 times legally what they needed to pay me. And they had no idea that I'd been building this thing for 2 years. I didn't need that corporate salary anymore. And so 9 years ago, I walked out of corporate. My son was 5.
Wow.
And he and his dad and I, we're separated now, but we were both at home with him until he was 11. Like, what a gift. And he's been part of this world of knowing that anything is possible. Like, that to me is one of the biggest gifts, because monkey see, monkey do, right? Like, whether you've got kids or not, people around you are inspired, even if they don't say so, by what you're doing. In fact, one of my beautiful friends, I live in a beach town now because my ex and I moved 7 years ago. He was like, we don't even need to live in the big city anymore. And so we moved 90 minutes from the big city where the job was to this beautiful beach town. And one of my new friends here, she just lost her father, and she cared for him for 2 years. So she's like rebuilding her life, her income. And she messaged me yesterday. She's got this new role. Well, she's working for herself now, and she's never really done that before. And she's like, literally said, I had this goal. I'm going to make this much money every week. And she said, and Joe, I'm doing it. And I just want to say thank you, because she said, I know you don't even probably know that I watch every single thing you put on social media. And I just want you to know that you have shown me that I can have a fuck yes life, that I can actually do whatever I want, that I'm in the driver's seat of my life. And I think that's why you and I do what we do, right? Like, we've put our own oxygen mask on, like on the airplane, put yours on first. We've put ours on, and now we're like, here, have an oxygen mask. Like, I literally now show corporate women all over the world how to build and execute their own exit plan in a way that doesn't burn shit down, in a way that lets them build the skills alongside that role while they're earning an income, until if they decide they don't want it anymore, and they always do, literally wow.
Mm, that's so good. Wow. Thank you for sharing that. I love the aspects that you talked about around monkey see, monkey do, right? Where
Mm,
who you become gets to be this beacon of potential and opportunity. And I think that's the biggest gift for me. I don't have kids yet. I don't know. I got my fur babies though. My fur babies eat really, really good.
I
Okay.
bet
Like
they do.
they eat real good. They're spoiled. And I love that we get to really be a example and a permission slip
Hmm.
to what's really
Yes.
possible because it doesn't, I mean, it doesn't happen as much now, okay, because everyone speaks French where I'm at, and I don't understand it fully fluently yet. But definitely when I'm in the States and I understand everyone around me, all I hear is
Hmm.
complaints around how high the rent is, how hard it
Hmm.
is to do XYZ. You know, you get in the Uber and I just say, how's your day? It's always like, oh, I've worked freaking 16 hours today and it's really hard in this
Hmm.
economy. And I'm like, oh, it's so amazing to be that beacon of light. And it's also a little
Hmm.
bit I think for a lot of people too who want to break into this industry, it also
Hmm.
is such a pattern interrupt. They're actually
Yeah.
afraid of being that person that suddenly actually is the permission slip, because on the flip side of that, right, there can be projections on because of our
Mm.
relationship with money as a society,
Hmm.
right? Suddenly, a woman wants to have more in her life. She does not want to settle for working 16-hour days.
Hmm.
She does not want to settle for being away from her child all through their upbringing. She does not want to settle for whatever it is, right? But suddenly, her being the person that goes and learns a new skill set like
Mm.
digital marketing and high ticket sales, it's like suddenly that means that maybe she's like in her masculine, or she's
Hmm.
greedy, or she's in her ego, or whatever could be
Hmm.
projected on.
Yeah, like how dare she want more for her life? Like,
I know
what?
it's wild because like when I feel it, and I've gotten a lot better at it over time, where it's funny when people ask me what I do in like the regular everyday world.
Hmm.
Sometimes I just don't even get into it. It kind of depends on my mood, honestly.
Same.
Because it also like because I know that for a lot of people they'll get really curious, and then depending on that kind of person, like they may have some projection and some
Hmm.
things that I'm just like I don't really want to deal with. Yet at the same time, it's really beautiful when I do get to actually open the door for people who are actually leaning in and who are actually
Hmm.
curious and who are actually ready and wanting to make the change, because that's something that I found out
Hmm.
is wow, everybody talks about how hard so many things are, or how they would like to be able to live abroad, or they'd like to go and travel, they'd like to be able to do this and this and this. It's like it sounds nice, and but when
Mm.
it comes to the point of actually doing the work, people suddenly they have all the excuses and the reasons of why that, oh no, I can't do that, like I researched that, or
Hmm.
I tried this at one time, or this person tried. It's like, okay, all of that is just something that you have to actually put away, because just like you said, you can learn
Hmm.
new skills, and that's really all it is a skill set. Sales
Hmm.
is literally the lifeblood of every business that runs within the world, and it's the
Hmm.
one thing that they don't teach us in school.
I know. I like I literally like I am so passionate about online business and network marketing, and and like I don't often like use the words network marketing on my socials, to be honest, because there is so much like this, people have
A
so much
stigma.
bias about it, right? There's a stigma about it. And like I am so freaking proud, like I know that you know this, but I'm going to share this with maybe women watching that don't. Like, network marketing produces more female millionaires than any other industry in the world. And like, I know we've talked about this before, like more money in the hands of women is how we change the freaking world. Like, when women have more money, we don't necessarily, I mean, sometimes we might, but we don't spend it on flashy cars and shit. Like, we spend it on like improving ourselves and helping people. And like Sabre shared, like it was a vision of mine to spend a week in Bali every month for 4 years. before my man and I started making that happen 9 months ago. And because we spend so much time in Bali, and I'm so grateful to Bali. And if you guys haven't been to Bali, oh my goodness, it is the most magical, like a heavenly place. And there is so much poverty there. And because we get to go, and as Australians and as Americans, like it is so cheap for us to go there. So now when we go, like I have a beautiful family that I support. Not fully, but I literally just send them money. And literally, I met this lady. Like it was the most beautiful thing. It was my man and I. It was our first trip to Bali together 9 months ago, and it was on that trip that we just decided. We were having drinks and dinner one night, and he was like, "Babe, like I know this has been your vision. We'd only been together a few months at that point." He was like, "I know it's been your vision to spend time in Bali every month. Like, why don't we just make it happen now? Like, let's just do that." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, let's do it." And then the next day we were in this beautiful leather store getting, shoes made because I'm obsessed with shoes. It's my thing. I think I walked out with like left Bali that trip with like 5 new pairs of leather shoes. And the beautiful lady that managed that leather store, Bali had just had a lot of rain and there was a lot of devastation. And we just got chatting, and she showed me pictures of her beautiful little toddler and her beautiful baby. And her baby was sleeping on a mattress on the floor, sorry, on towels on the floor, because her mattress had got wet from all the rain. And then she showed me, actually she video called her little 5-year-old who lives somewhere else with her parents, because her and her husband work, like she works days, he works nights, they've got the baby. There was no way that they could be there for the toddler, so that she doesn't even live with her baby. And I was like that is just not right. Like, and I literally went round the corner to a money machine, and I think I gave her like 500 Australian dollars. And for me, that was nothing. It was nothing. That wasn't even what I was spending for one night in Bali, because I like 5 star. And I just continued doing that. And I love that when I came back from that trip and showed Benny, my now 14-year-old, those pictures of her family, and I'm like, now, we're going to help that family out. And when I next take Benny to Bali, we're going to go and meet them. And okay, that's just one family. But
Wow.
like, I just like, I'm going to cry. Like for me, like that's what we do with money, right? Like money, more money in the hands of women it's like, it's my biggest passion. I'm going to cry. Oh my gosh.
That's so beautiful. And it's one family that you impact by having that overflow just on your travels, but it's
Yes.
also like the nature of this business. This is what like blows me away, right? Like let's talk about the stigma a little bit, because I think that's like
Yeah.
such a big thing is, you know, there are so many women that want to build something where it feels cyclical, where the money
Hmm.
circulates, where it's not so like top bottom, right? Like how we have someone at the top that's like this boss that's
Hmm.
like ordering everyone around. Everyone's wanting this sustainable, heart-centered leadership. I've never seen anything be more sustainable than when you actually have the leverage of having a team and an organization.
Hmm.
Because even if you want to go and create that, I've never actually seen something that has been held together and created from someone, let's say like a coach or something like this, right?
Hmm.
There's going to be still a lot of turnover within it. Or like, okay, they may have a really solid team, but it's not like a massive ripple effect. You know what I mean? Like it's a few
Hmm.
people, but the power of where it's a win-win model where you get to help another woman, you open the door for an opportunity for them and you support
Yeah.
them. And even in our space, like we don't even have to be the one person mentor, right? Like we have
Mm-mm.
whole ecosystem where I have people
Exactly.
that go and they do their business and I have nothing to do with it. And they're like
Yeah.
going and doing their thing. But why do you think why do you think that is? Did you have anything about that when you first explored
Mm.
this industry, or like in general, what do you think is it that has people so fixated on this aspect of like multiple levels, right? Like
Mm.
women helping women and the money circulating in that way.
I think it's honestly, it's just like, as humans, right, we've kind of been conditioned to be afraid of things that are different,
Yeah.
and afraid actually of people that step outside the freaking matrix, that step outside the society that the world would love us to stay in, right? The world would
Yeah.
love us to stay in our box, stay. I'm listening to I've just actually finished listening to the most phenomenal book. My mentor actually told me to listen to it 2 years ago, and so I downloaded it, and then I actually didn't listen to it, and I just came across it the other day, and it's Busting Loose from the Money Game. And we'll put it in the comments for you guys if you're driving or whatever and you can't write this down. But it is the most phenomenal book about really like rethinking and kind of rewiring your brain, because society has been created to keep us in our box and keep us paying taxes and keep us working for the man and all of that stuff. And
Yeah.
like, I'm so freaking passionate about this industry. Like, when I found out that this industry creates more female millionaires than any other industry, I was like, I'm frigging going to be one of them. And I'm going to help so many women. Like Sabre, you and I have built huge organizations and helped people all over the world to make money. Like, I've helped over 100 women to earn over 6 figures a year, and in some cases, like on top of their job, or staying at home with their babies, like whatever. Like, it is incredible what it's incredible what opens up for us in our brains and in our like potential, when we don't have to like follow this path that actually 99% of the world are following. And we get it. Like, it's scary to go against the grain. It's like that, like the crab mentality, that, yeah, the crab in a bucket, right? Like, I was fortunate at the time, actually, that my son's dad, my ex-husband, he actually, like, when he was at university studying business, he knew about leveraged income models. He was the one, actually, that, with my friend that introduced me to this industry, I was the one that was like, no fucking way. Like, that looks weird. That looks weird. And I'm over here and I've got this really sexy, successful career, and like, I've made it despite the fact that I had no time and I was stressed and fat because all I did was drink wine. Like, let's be honest, it was so stressful. It was a very different version of me. Yeah. And thank goodness it was him that was like, I think you should do this, although he knew at the time that he had to like make it my idea. Otherwise I wasn't going to do it. And even though we're separated, we're best friends. And I literally, like, I'm so grateful that I had a partner that knew about leveraged income models and pointed me toward them, because he knew that I would excel here and that I would help so many women to excel here. And it devastates me, Sabre, that like network marketing is not taught in our schools. Like, every afternoon I say to my 14-year-old, and he goes to a beautiful private boys' school, like, it costs me and his dad a lot of money, and like, he doesn't like it. He goes to school to hang out with his friends, and when he tells me what he's learning, I'm like, how is that going to translate into anything that is helpful in his life?
Yeah.
And whereas, like, teaching children like financial literacy and the importance of learning like how to make money, how to manage money, how to circulate money, like, that to me is a skill that is going to help our children so much more. Like, how to be an entrepreneur, how to think for yourself. So like, I literally know that within the next couple of years I'm going to put together a board or a team of females from our industry. Maybe you'll be one of them. And we are going to like work to introduce network marketing in schools, like in the academic system.
Ooh, I love that. No,
Because
I'm
it, like,
so in. Yeah.
right? Like, I
Yeah.
mean, I let Joe 11 years ago, like, I would have been up at this time. Like, it was 5 a.m. when we started this chat. 5 a.m. for me. I would have been up at 5, out the door, going to the gym just to get my workout in because that was my like freaking piece of sanity. Otherwise, I might have killed someone during the day. And then I'd work 12 hours and then I'd come home and that was my day. And now I choose to get up at 5 if I want to. And I'm having this badass conversation with you. And then I'm going to do a little bit of work and respond to beautiful American corporate ladies who are in my inbox from ads, right? Like we don't chase people. We teach attraction marketing and we teach ads, and people that are ready for an opportunity, whether they know that they're ready or not, but they've this kind of rumbling of like dissatisfaction has started, and then they start kind of like scrolling and looking and they see something and then they see something else, and like, and then then I'll go to the gym. Like it's my favorite thing now is to go to the gym at like 10, 11 in the morning when I used to be at work. And I go to the gym and then I have a sauna and I'm not in a rush. And I want more women to live like that, because also like the ripple effect when we're happy and like deeply happy with our life, like the ripple of that on the world is so much nicer. Like as you shared, like how many people, like you get in an Uber, or like my other favorite thing is to get into an elevator. Like I go to Sydney a lot, just to hang out with friends. With like I took myself off to Sydney one night last week just for a little Joe staycation. Stayed at my favorite 5-star hotel, and
Nice.
did some work and saw some friends. And my favorite thing when I'm there is to get in an elevator, and like everyone like faces the door. I get in and I face everybody. And I don't do it to be an asshole. I do it because I know that if I like smile and like just like get someone like excited for their day, then they go and do the same to other people. And I just smile and I'm not weird. I'm just like, how's your day? And I do the same with, I live in this little beach town and it's full of beautiful old people. Like I'm the one that if someone is struggling with their shopping basket or getting their shopping in the car, I'm the one that will stop and help them. And I do that because I have time. Like old Joe would have been like head up my ass, like stressed about some KPI or on a call. And like I don't want to live in that world. I don't want to live in that world. That world is not exciting to me.
That's so inspiring around how you're really embodying presence. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like that was really coming through in our Wealth Shift
Mm,
masterclass that we did the other day, where, I mean, all of us, we really spoke into what it really means to
mm-hmm.
have that kind of leveraged income, because
Mm-hmm.
this is something that I work to really convey often in my page is, yes, I help people make money, but like it is so much deeper than that, because what money really
Mm-hmm.
allows you to do is really just create a whole new narrative and a whole new paradigm and a whole new chapter. Like the
Mm-hmm.
shit that we recognize that we have been subscribing to around survival and just
Yeah.
getting ahead and taking care of
Mm-hmm.
me and mine, like, and my
Yes.
my shit runs deep. Like I shared a bit on the masterclass that like I came from a place where, I mean, literally I grew up next to like trailers and drug
Mm-hmm.
dealers and people who like cooked meth and all the things, like it was a really like
Oh,
low
wow.
vibrational place that I grew up in.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason why my mom was even there in the first place was because my grandpa had a retirement home and my mom needed a place to get back on her feet when she got
Yeah.
pregnant with me. And so it was okay for someone to go retire and go fish on the lake, I guess. But for someone who
Mm.
she was also in recovery, from
Yeah.
addiction as well, the terrible place to place someone like
Oh,
that.
gosh.
She stayed sober for like the first 12 years though of my life,
Oh,
which is a
amazing.
win. But yeah, just like growing up in that area and really seeing the effects of what poverty really does to people. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's like there it goes really really deep to like
Yeah.
addiction and abuse and
Yeah.
stealing. Like you never really have real friends because
Mm-hmm.
everyone's just probably going to turn
Out
on
for
their back,
themselves.
yeah, out for
Yeah.
themselves, exactly.
Yeah.
And I honestly like I'm still shedding a lot of that of like, wow,
Mm.
I don't need to be doing that anymore. And I think one of the biggest healing journeys I've even gone on is like being in this space, and like the leadership development has been like the
Mm-hmm.
biggest thing for me. That's why like I'm starting to really speak about sales and leadership a lot more, because I recognize
Yeah.
the lifestyle is amazing. Like, don't get me wrong, I fucking love my Paris apartment. It's beautiful.
I know. I'm coming. I seriously, can I come and stay?
Yes, I have an
I love
extra
your,
room actually that I
oh
do
yeah,
Airbnb. Yeah.
I'm totally coming.
That would be so fun. And the lifestyle, like all of that is amazing and it's been really beautiful. But honestly, like
Mm-hmm.
the biggest blessing has really been to like cultivate these skill sets in
Mm-hmm.
really being in community and really being in like sustainable community. Like for
Yeah.
me, like when you're taking care of you and yours, right? Like people don't last long in your life. Like I
Mm-mm.
have the longest standing relationships in this business because I've been here for almost seven
Yeah.
years. And I have people
Oh.
now in my life that I consider my best friends now
Mm-hmm.
that I've met through this space. And it's like that is actually mind blowing to me. And
Yes.
to know that I genuinely have my full long-term commitment here, because I mean I grew
Mm-hmm.
it 7 years and now I'm literally two steps away from generational wealth.
Yes.
Like there's no way I'm gonna quit. Like of course, even if
Uh-uh.
I have challenging times, I'm just like I'm like, wow, I have this really incredible global community. And even though sometimes I felt um like maybe there's not a place for me, because I always have kind of felt a bit like outcasted in a bit
Mm-hmm.
ways, like kind of like the odd one out. And
Mm-hmm.
what's funny is coming even into this space, a lot of us even had the same story, even though I would look at them, I'm like, I would not think that
Mm-hmm.
about you. But a lot of us felt that way in
Yes.
different ways. And so stepping
Yes.
in and really learning how to just take up space and really
Mm-hmm.
collaborate and know that we are all actually one. Like that's the true gift that team and
Mm-hmm.
leadership has really taught me. And then also just the aspect of sales, like really recognizing that we we do sales in every
Mm-hmm.
single way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think one of the other stigmas that comes from this industry is honestly people's relationship with money and relationships with
Mm-hmm.
sales. It's like so bad, and it's literally why
Yeah.
that they're not making the money that they want to make in
Exactly.
their life,
Especially
right?
females.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like
like to
I wish
actually,
that more women would think about sales and money like men
yeah,
do.
yeah, totally. And like obviously we do things a bit differently, right? But there's like,
Mhm.
do you know who Shelby Saps is? Have you ever heard
Yeah, I
that name?
love her.
I'm
Yeah.
obsessed with her because
Yeah.
she's just naming some really powerful points that I think a lot of women are waking up to,
Mm-hmm.
that like wow, like once you learn sales, you never have to worry about money a single day in your life again, and it's literally something
Exactly.
that you can anybody can learn. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's not rocket science. It's literally something that
Exactly.
you just practice and you get the reps
That's
in, just
right.
like going to the gym, just like playing an instrument, just like learning a language. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, what skill do you want to learn? I've spent so much time building skills as an artist. So when I saw this
Mm.
and saw it
Yeah.
as a skill, I was like, I would be doing a disservice to my life and my potential to
Mm-hmm.
not build a skill set that I know can actually pay me exponentially for life. Like, and
Yes.
the only thing
Yeah.
that I could ever even think about was sales. But I didn't really like the idea of like remote sale or like high ticket remote sales, because what
Yeah.
was really alluring to me was I got to start building this business. Joe, I made six figures before I even picked up and did a sales call.
Oh, wow. And that's also because that like the platform that we align with,
Yeah.
they like, well, there's so many platforms, right? Like pretty much all of them, like we can get our sales calls done for us.
Yeah.
I've been part of this particular high ticket business model for just over 2 years. And initially for the first year, I did my sales calls because I can do
Wow.
sales calls. And
Nice.
then I was like, hang on, I'm not even leveraging the full potential of this. So I can be in Bali now and we have a beautiful sales team doing our sales calls, and I can be welcoming corporate women into my business while I'm at the gym or having cocktails or in the recovery center with my man. Like that is leverage, and that is like, yeah, the money is of course incredible and money matters and money does make the world go around and all of that stuff. But the biggest thing that we talked about in Wealth Shift is like what if rich is not the goal? Like rich was never the goal for us. What the goal was being fully present in our life, being able to be there for the moments that matter. Like for me, if I had have had this business, if I wasn't in corporate when my brother passed, I would have been there every freaking day with him for 2 months until he passed.
Yeah.
And so many women have stories like that of not being, or I've got multiple women in my inbox right now who are going from ads, who are going through divorce and separation, and I've been there, and I was fortunate that I had an income that supported me through that time. In fact, supported my whole family. I moved out because of this industry. I don't share this often because I don't want to sound like I'm sharing this from a place of like, how fucking awesome am I? Because it wasn't about that. But because of this business model, when I left my marriage, my son's dad hadn't worked for 11 years, and I wanted to give him time to will deal with the separation and the grief, but also get back on his feet and get back into the workforce, not in a hurried, desperate way. So I supported 2 households fully for 2 years because
Wow.
of this business model. Like it devastates me when I hear from women who, they've gone through something similar, but they're not being looked after. And
Yeah.
they've been like the equivalent of what been, they've been at home, they've been looking after the babies, they've been looking after the family. Like that role matters. It's important, and it's important in our society moving forward. And for me, this business model, like, it's a no-brainer, and it's why I want to work to get it taught in our schooling systems, because actually, and oh my god, and let's not even like talk about AI and the impact that that's going to have on society and on the world and jobs, because that's a whole nother life. But if you think that your job or your husband's job or your partner's job, whatever, is safe for like decades to come, like, I would urge you to go and research the impacts and the implications of AI
Yeah.
on the industry that you're part of, because it is phenomenal. We've already seen the rise of AI, like, and it's like it's in its infancy right now. And Anyway, like, let's not talk about that. It's humongous. That's a fucking giant. But like, we also all lived through the pandemic, right? And if we think as humans there's not going to be something else like that in the future, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but there's going to be something else. And I was fortunate because, well, both of us, we were in this space, and we were okay. We were more than okay. Like, my family and I were okay because I didn't have a job that could get cut. I didn't have, like, literally, we still got paid every week, every month through the pandemic, when so many people did not, because they couldn't go to
Yeah.
work, and the company they worked for couldn't pay them. In fact, I was one of 5 general managers from that company that then made me redundant. So then there was 4. And 2 out of 4 of those were made redundant when the pandemic hit. And those guys, like, they would have been up shit creek, because you get made redundant. Okay, you get paid a payout, but like, and then what? Uh, anyway, I'm so
Yeah.
passionate about this stuff.
Yeah, and me too. Like it's just so important to have your own safety net that completely
Mm-hmm.
belongs to you. And that fits in
Yes.
so many different reasons why, right? Like we can
Yeah.
go over this is like the thing that I always even tell business owners, because I come from being a traditional
Mm.
business owner. I mean, I made literally up to $30,000 in a single
Yeah.
weekend vending at festivals. I
Amazing.
was like, I thought I had it made. I was like counting all these I have like photos of like stacks of cash that I made in festivals.
Yeah, because they all paid cash, right? Oh my God,
Yeah,
amazing.
often, yeah. So like I was just like I thought I was just like top of the game.
The queen.
But like a lot of that money was always just going back into my business.
Mm,
Do you know how much
of
overhead
course.
I have now today? Like it's very,
Yeah.
very low. And
Yeah.
back then I think I don't know, investing at least like somewhere $5,000 to $10,000 a month in my
Mm-hmm.
overheads, because I had
Yeah.
my toes dipped in a lot of things. I was
Of
trying to get
course.
a lot of
Huge.
things
Like,
up in the ground on all these side
yeah.
gigs, Frankensteining all the things, and
Mm-hmm.
even if you're not Frankensteining, it was being so scatter ADH entrepreneur like I was back then. even if like you're a coach or you're building your own programs or
Mm-hmm.
these kinds of things, I think the thing that is so important to know is you are still the bottleneck. Even if
Yeah.
you have a team that you hire out, it's still you, right? You got to be the one that delivers. You are the product.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, like,
Mm-hmm.
being in a model that is leveraged and compounds, that
Mm-hmm.
literally exponentially grows every time you
Mm-hmm.
show up. It's like planting a seed and watering it in your bigger garden, right? Versus like
Yeah.
growing one seed at a time, one seed at a time,
Mm-hmm.
just your one person. I'd rather earn 1% from 100 people, right? Versus
Exactly.
100% of my own efforts. And even if I love what I do, even if I'm making a lot of money and I'm counting
Mm-hmm.
$30,000 from a single 2 days that I spent at an event that I
Mm-hmm.
had a blast at. You never know what is at the corner around the corner around that, and you have to
Mm-hmm.
have your safety net. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why I agree with you that network marketing and digital marketing needs to be taught around schools. In fact, maybe
Mm-hmm.
this could be something we talk about off the camp, but like
Yeah.
in general, my big vision, because of where I came from and watching just there's so many layers of why this business really resonates with me. Even on the like
Yeah.
alternative holistic path
Mm-hmm.
is really big, because the reason why my mom relapsed in the first place was because we got in a car accident and then she was
Oh.
put on narcotics. So like the medical
Oh
system, she
God.
was like very like
Oh
they're
no, that's
sleazy.
devastating, Sabre.
Yeah, so like there's
Oh.
like the medical system, there's
Mm-hmm.
how I wasn't taught about money or
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneurship. Just being in foster care, you have to get a
Mm-hmm.
regular job, you have to go to school. And
Mm-hmm.
even in the transitional housing, because I didn't have parents, right, to like transition out of into
Oh.
adulthood. And so they would have these transitional housing programs where they would pay for your rent, but you have to be in the system, right? Like you
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
learn how to play the system game. And one of my visions with the castle that I want to turn into an event center,
Yes.
I want to find said castle by 2030, and then it'll be a project. But what I love about
Amazing. I'm
like
coming to the first event.
yeah, I've been saying the 66th anniversary convention will happen
Yes.
at this castle.
Oh
And
my
just
goodness.
the fact that like I have a vision of why I want to build, but then every single woman that
Mm-hmm.
I introduce to this space has a vision of why they want to build. At
Yes.
first they think it's just about, quitting their job or like paying more bills or
Of
whatever.
course. Yeah, because
But
we have
like
to put the oxygen mask on first.
right, right. But once they have that, they start to recognize that, like, wow,
Yes.
like I can actually build something
Mm-hmm.
so much further beyond me. So that's how I think. I'm like, well, okay, well, if I'm going to put my energy towards anything, I don't
Mm-hmm.
really have desires personally to be a mom at this time. I'm never going to say never, but
Yeah,
also
yeah.
I'm pretty sure I want to foster. Just that's
Yes, I
where I
love
grew up.
that.
And that's a big part of like the castle space is to have this space where conscious visionaries and entrepreneurs from this
Mm-hmm.
community and beyond, right, because it will ripple and ripple and ripple,
Mm-hmm.
will be able to have incredible events, and we'll be able to just teach people these skill
Mm-hmm.
sets, but then also donate to
Yes.
foundations that teach the next
Yes.
generation these skill sets,
Yes.
and just fund these alternative pathways to support people
Mm-hmm.
in ways that the system is just so broken. And yeah, that's why it covers all the bases for me, really,
Mm-hmm.
of like healing the relationship with being supported by community,
Mm-hmm.
having an alternative holistic wellness path, because we do partner with
Yeah.
premium wellness technology.
Yeah.
And then there's yeah, the leadership aspect of really just like
Mm-hmm.
owning what you're a stand for, owning your truth. And I
Yeah.
really believe everybody is a leader as well. Like even with the
Mm-hmm.
money and the lifestyle and everything, like a lot of people I think have a hard time seeing themselves in this, because they're looking
Mm-hmm.
at, look, you and I, like I've been in
Yeah.
the online space for 7 years and you for 11, and there's
Yeah.
other aspects of our background too that develop leadership
Of course.
capabilities too. But that's the thing, is everybody does have a calling. Everybody has a calling. Everybody
Yeah.
had some kind of dream, no matter how big or small. It's just
Mm-hmm.
like leaders are the ones that are answering the call, and then the people who are afraid to answer that call, like, well, I'm sorry, you're going to take that to your grave and you're going to regret that pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
So you might as well like heal that in a
Mm-hmm.
business that you can make a lot of fucking money doing so, whilst it
Mm-hmm.
circulates around you going on
Yeah.
that journey, owning who you are and really stepping into the
Yes.
becoming that version of you that
Mm-hmm.
God, goddess, source, however you want to call it,
Mm-hmm.
really put you on this earth to be, ultimately.
Yes. Oh, Sabre, I love this has been my favorite part of this conversation because, like you said, like we all I often when I speak on stage, one of the questions I always ask is like, what did you want to be when you were a child? Like my
Mhm.
son right now wants to be like he wants to fly planes, and he's got a it doesn't even matter actually. He's got this thing where he can like fly planes, obviously, online, and he's obsessed with it, and he because he's growing up, even though he like often by the time we're 14 already we're starting to think, oh, maybe my grades aren't good enough, or and in fact his dad, I'm not putting his dad down, but his dad doesn't think like I do, and Ben said to me the other day, oh, Dad said that my grades won't be good enough for that, and I was like, fuck
Oh.
that. Like,
Yeah.
well, yeah, maybe to get into university to do it, but we'll just like pay and get it done privately. Like, if that's what you want to do, like, you can do anything, buddy. Like, the world is your oyster. And
Yeah.
this business, like being in this business, one of my favorite things to do, the favorite ripple is showing women, reminding them that like anything is possible, like showing people to how to dream again. And oh my goodness, like that is the best thing ever. Like being able to spend a week every month in Bali for me is like so far away from the life I used to have. And for you, like you live in Paris. Paris is like my favorite city in the whole world. I'm so coming to stay. Like and so if you're watching us and I get it, and you're thinking, or you're watching and you're like, wow, like you guys are so incredible. Like I just want you to remember that this is not what we looked like 7 and 11 years ago. And our first
Mhm.
videos were not this polished. And we didn't live in Paris. And I wasn't going to Bali every month. And our lives probably looked very similar to what yours does right now. And we were open. And I say and, not but, like, and we were open. And we just decided that, fuck, no one else is going to come and save us. Like,
Yeah.
this is it. Like, and, for those of us who have experienced something big in our lives, like I did, losing my brother, like whether it's losing a parent, losing it, like whatever, we've all experienced loss, whatever that looks like. And you know my invitation for you is to turn that loss, that grief, that sadness into something powerful for your life, the way that I did. Like, I know that my brother watches me every day, and I know he's like, fuck yes, she's not
Mhm.
working too much now. Like, fuck yes, she's living, like, going to Bali every month with her new man. And fuck
Mhm.
yes, she's like home for Benny when he gets home from school. Like, that like yeah, we get to literally change our life, but we have to do it ourselves. And like Sabre and I, like we talked about this on the wealth shift the other night, and we talked about this also in the mentorship that we're planning, because women that join us right now get to come and be part of this wealth shift mentorship to really be the shift in their own life. And
Yes.
yeah, one of the things that we talked about was like, we're also not here to save the world, right? Like, nobody had to drag me from like into online business. Like, they presented me with the opportunity, they made sure that I understood what it was. Like, we get it, like as Sabre said at the beginning, like this is not a conversation about the business that we partner with, because that's a much bigger conversation. Like, and we invite you to like check that out if you feel called. And you can, reach out to one of us or comment masterclass or whatever you want to do. But the reason, like, I didn't make a decision lightly to partner with a network marketing business. Like I said, I looked under the hood, I did my due diligence. But what I did more than anything was I looked inside, and I was
Mhm.
like, at 39 years, I've just turned 50. I turned 50 in Bali in April. Like
Wow.
at 39 years old, I was like, do I really want the next 30 years to look like this does? And it was a fuck no. So for me, like right now, if your life, if there's something in your life that's a fuck no, whether it's your job, maybe it's a relationship you're in, like if it's a fuck no, then do something about it. Like literally. And that's the point that I got to. And I'm definitely not telling you to leave your marriage just because I did. But, I literally was, and I used to have a coaching business. So I also understand I still do have a network marketing coaching business, but it used to be a lot bigger than it was because I was like, oh my goodness, like that's, I can also build that alongside network marketing. And then I realized, oh my goodness, if I'm not creating, selling, and like performing, like looking after clients, and I'm not getting paid. So there was no leverage anyway. That was a side note. But you don't need to change anything in your life right now. But our invitation for you is if you don't, what's your life going to look like in 10 years' time? And are you going to be freaking happy with that? And if you're going to be happy with that, fucking go you. Like, that's awesome. For me at 39, I wasn't going to be happy with that at 49. And I'm so freaking happy that I started 11 years ago.
So powerful. Ooh, I heard this saying the other day that readiness is not a feeling, it's a decision.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Because none of us were ready. Like,
No.
girls, we have all the fucking stories in the book. The only difference is we're like, okay, and that means that's why I need to fucking go forth and do this. That's
Exactly.
why I need to learn this skill set. This is why I need to make more money on social media. This is why I need to take the reins so I can have location freedom, time freedom, and
Yes,
location, time, and financial freedom. The third one. It's
exactly,
like, because if you
Sabre.
don't have those three things in your life, you're going to keep repeating those stories and those
Exactly.
problems literally forever. They say money doesn't buy
Correct.
happiness, but guess what? Money buys you a lot of choice, and I can bet your
Mm-hmm.
ass that money will solve like 99%
Yeah,
of your problems, Like,
correct. Right now.
and yes,
99% of the
there
problems in
are
your
going to
life.
be more things that come up right as you build a business. Like, we're sharing the beauty of it, and it's not easy. It's definitely not easy, but that is the point, to actually build
Mm-hmm.
your character, right? Like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, I'm not into doing things that are really like passive and not going to expand me and ignite me and
Neither.
have me think differently and flip my perspective and have me really just be like grow and evolve, right? Because otherwise, if you're not
Mm-hmm.
growing, you're dying. So I'd rather actually be in a
Yes.
career where I am
Me
growing
too.
and I'm earning as I'm growing, and that just, it's limitless because our growth is limitless. And when you take
Yes.
the cap off of your income and it's connected to your growth, like you're just
Yes.
gonna fly. It's
Oh,
so
and that is
cool.
our favorite thing, seeing women just come into this space and like not having the skills and being fucking scared and
Yeah.
then watching what they create for themselves with our help. Like we literally get in the car with you. We have mentorships, we have platforms, we have systems, we have trainings. Like we have everything. We have everything. And yeah. And in saying that, I've just seen the time and I have to get my son up to go to his private school and learn fuck knows what for the day.
Well, thank you so much for this powerful conversation, love. It's been
Oh,
an honor and been amazing. And obviously, anyone who's watching on the live or on the replay, like, reach out to us. We have exactly what you need to like really educate yourself and make a fully empowered and informed decision on how this can support you. And we've
yeah.
seen it support people in over 180 countries around the world. So
Yes.
we don't really have any doubts that this can support you. We're just here to support you in having clarity with any doubts that you may have, to really see how this can actually be a pathway to create everything that you've wanted to create. So thank you again, my dear. It's been absolutely
Oh,
amazing, and have a
merci
beautiful rest of
beaucoup.
your day.
You too, beautiful. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.